Top of it. So my guy. Another day in paradise, man, on this beautiful Saturday night. Let's add people. We gotta add people to the live, man. For they cast, Mr. Yang 32, top of it. AOB, what's up with the guy? And I gotta run that shit back. That is I ain't gonna lie. When it come to R&B music, ain't nobody fucking with me when it come to R&B music. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about one of the ambassadors of not just the game of music, one of the coldest Sub-Zero Frozen, what's up with my guy? Charisma, what's up with the guy? I need somebody to record this live because, hey, the lives that I did record, my old lives, what I'm gonna end up doing is saving them lives for YouTube and shit like that, you know? Glory to the game, man. Glory to the game. Let's add people to the live. You know what I'm saying? We gotta add people to the live. Square Talk or Vision of the Hawk. Champagne taste with a beer budget, bitch. You know what I mean? That's how you could describe a lot of the bitches in the game right now. That's 95% of the bitches in the game right now. And that's what a lot of the pimping is dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Beer budget bitches. You know what I'm saying? I know I spelled it wrong. They just gonna have to go with it. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to just go with it, man. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. They gonna just have to go with the fucked up title, P. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna even change it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have to just go with it. That's gonna make them even more intrigued by it. He just spelled it wrong and shit. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I didn't type it wrong, but the message is still strong. You know what I mean? I didn't type it wrong, but the message is still strong around this motherfucker. They gonna think it's clickbait? Is that what it's called? They know what I mean. They know what the hell I mean. You know what I'm saying? Shima, what's up with Shima? What's happening? What you got going? And then, hey, if I fucked up on that title, I got the other title that I didn't fuck up on. Square Talk or Vision of a Hawk. You know what I'm saying? Let me add more people to the live. I'm in a good ass mood. I'm in a good spirit. You know what I mean? A pimp that sat up there and had some food. I got the YouTube coming real soon. You know what I mean? We got a lot of great things coming up this month. God willing, if the universe allows me to see another day. Know it. Hey, you dancing, yeah. It show it. When you grooving, you know it. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of individuals in the game, like when I say champagne taste with a beer budget, bitch, a lot of us have Harvard University gang, man. There's some gentlemen I didn't ran across, and I'm like, man, you got some cold game, P. You know what I mean? They got some cold game, P. It's individuals I didn't ran across. They got some cold game. But then when I see the bitch that they dealing with, I'm just like, man, I can see why you going through all your problems. You got champagne taste with a beer budget bitch. You know what I mean? You a motherfucking, you have a hawk's vision. You know what I mean? With a pigeon bitch. She giving you pigeon payments and pigeon problems. She's a part-time little foot half toe hoe. And you a giant. dealing with a bitch that want to be a part of the itty bitty committee. See, that's the problem right there. Harvard University game with bitches that barely graduated high school. Harvard University gang dealing with bitches that barely got their GED. So they're not gonna be able to comprehend your P&IP with, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be able to do that. They don't have the mental capacity to stand up to your pimping. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why you having all these problems. You know what I mean? There's some of y'all are giants in small ponds. You know what I'm saying? And you got champagne taste. And the reason why you keep dealing with beer budget bitches is because you a big giant. You a big fish. You a big fish in a small pond. You know what I mean? And the only way you can get away from the beer budget bitches and the bus stop basic bitches, you know what I mean, that the only thing they got to show for is they pussy and they puff bar. You know what I mean? And bitches not even they don't even give a fuck about the tricks that's passing by. If you a giant and you dealing with a bitch that don't even want to break a client, you gonna be overworked, underpaid pimp. That's why, you know what I mean, you need to exercise your mouthpiece in other areas. The only way you're gonna get better with your mouthpiece in your game is by dealing with bitches that have the comprehension level. Do you think that you could become a better pimp and that you're gonna be a millionaire with bitches that don't even know how to cook? Do you think that you're gonna be a million? What's up with my guy? Pay for JAK. Top of it. Let's add people to the live. It's very essential, man. Let me just say this. It's very important that we add people to the live. I'm too fly of a pimp. It's way too much knowledge for it to be two motherfuckers in this live. And I fuck with the two people in this live. We got my guy, Pay J, and Sub-Zero. But I got way too much game to have two people in the live. That's disrespectful to the game, to be honest with you. That's disrespectful towards the game. But yeah, man. What would you do if she say, Daddy, I don't want to stay out all night? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Many people think that it's the bitches, and this is a little off topic, but I'm going to still touch on it anyway, because this goes hand in hand with the topic, matter of fact. If you're a giant, you know what I'm saying, and you got a bitch that says, I don't want to be out all night. It's not about her attire. It's about her desire. I'm not going to force feed a bitch. I'm not going to force feed a bitch a wealth of wisdom. I'm not going to force feed a bitch nothing if she want to feast the foolishness. My thing is this, at the end of the day, she got to have the desire. You know what I'm saying? She got to want to go out and go get it. That I don't want to stay out all night, that's not a bitch that's serious. That's not a bitch that really want to see you at the top. A bitch that really want to see you win, you don't got to come with a Martin Luther King speech all the time for her to go get it. You know what I'm saying? She say, you know what, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to stay down for your crown. I'm not going to fold. I'm not going to be a little foot in a soft toe. You got two type of bitches. You got bitches that's going to help you get by. And then you got bitches that's going to make sure that you stay fly. You got bitches that want to see you on top. You got some bitches that's only here to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? And you got bitches that want to see you with meals. You know what I'm saying? What's up with my guy? I am Yo. Long live Dom. Long live Joe. Top of it. You got two type of bitches. The bitches that want to see you with meals and the bitch that's going to help you pay the bills. And I'm going to just say this. Some of the soft toes and little foots that a lot of the individuals that profess to be pimping is dealing with, ain't even the authentic that's dealing with, man, them bitches ain't even helping pay the bills. So a bitch that sit up there and tell me how long I gotta be outside, you know what I mean? Why I gotta be outside? A bitch like that, that ain't no bitch that's gonna be here long term. That bitch is only here to help me, you know what I mean, pay some bills and shit like that, man, and pay for gas. You know what I mean? Cause I'm gonna keep it real. I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100. Some of the bitches don't even take pimp serious. You know what I mean? If she don't take her life serious, what make you think she don't take herself serious? What make you think she gonna take the pimping serious? And I've dealt with this with many of bitches. You know, they only take. I can't even say they take that serious. You know what I mean? She will submit to who she sees fit. You know, you can't force feed a bitch with no knowledge and game. If I got champagne taste, dealing with a beer budget bitch that want a little foot and soft toe, and when they give me a couple twos and a fuse, you know what I mean? A bitch like that, I'm gonna keep it on chapter 1. Pass it to play, top of it. What's up, my guy? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it on chapter 1. I'm not gonna give that bitch no monumental game, you know, because I know I got a monumental mouthpiece, and I got a mind that's designed from the divine to get any bitch, you know what I'm saying, mine at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So when it's all said and done, if you got a bitch out there that's, you know, that's not really putting in that effort in the beginning, you know what I mean? And hey, Sub-Zero said some cold shit in the beginning. You know what I mean? Sin touched on that before he passed. In the beginning. It all starts with the beginning. You know what I mean? A bitch can only do what you allow. You know, a lot of bitches, they sit up there and say, you know what? I'm going to give you half my money. You know what I mean? And if you accept that, you know what I mean? If you accept that, then guess what? You know what I mean? You give a bitch an inch, some of these bitches will run a whole football field if you give them an inch. So what you got to do is you got to start from the beginning. You know, did I allow this bitch to take it in early before in the beginning? When I very first met this bitch, did I allow her to have that type of control where, all right, go ahead and take it in early. You want to smoke? Okay, go ahead and you can smoke. You want to take it in? You don't feel like staying down? All right, go ahead and take it in. It all starts with the beginning. In the beginning. In the beginning. That's all where it starts with. In the beginning. And this is even outside of the lifestyle, not just pimping and hoeing. Man and a woman. In the beginning. A bitch can only do what you allow. And the thing is, a lot of people, they accept disrespect from a lot of these bitches, and they go with the flow just to say they got a hoe. They go with the flow just to get just to be able to say they got a bitch. You know what I mean? Just to tell individuals outside that they got a bitch. So they'll let the bitch do what she want. And there's two sides to that, though. It's not always one-sided. But a lot of bitches then sat up there and tucked. A lot of bitches then sat up there and told individuals that the professor be pimping that I'm going to keep half my money. You got some bitches that, oh man. And look, you know, the things I'm saying is things that I've seen. It's things that I've also went through in regards to a bitch sit up there and, now no bitch that ain't never told me go 50-50. I ain't never went 50-50 with no bitch. You know what I mean? I ain't never went half with a bitch. We don't do that. Pimpster, we don't go half. And if a bitch told me I want to take it in early, I'm going to be real with you. You know what I mean? Nothing plus nothing equals nothing. You know what I mean? Bitch, what's 0 plus 0? Nothing. Exactly, bitch. You give me nothing, you get nothing. You give me nothing, you get nothing, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Everything you put in is what you get back in return, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if any bitch tell any, oh yeah, man, I was with Ron, and you know what I'm saying, I was with Ambassador Ron, and you know, I wasn't doing this and I wasn't doing that, and he was still putting up with me. No, bitch. No. You just helping with gas money and shit, you know? You know what I mean? Bitch, you just helping with gas money. If that. You know what I mean? And I find that it's best to, when a bitch is not giving it her best, it's best that you just relinquish that bitch and leave her alone. Leave that bitch alone. Because all she's doing is, you know what I mean, speaking ill on your name when she's not giving it her all. Some people's claim to fame is speaking bad on your name. Some people's claim to fame is speaking down on your name. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I mean? Some people's claim to fame is speaking down on your name. That's a bar. That's some real shit. Let me add people to the live. I know it's a Saturday night, so I didn't expect a lot of people in the live anyway, to be honest with you, on this Saturday night. But, yeah, man, in the beginning, it all starts with the beginning. We gotta get more than one person in here, man. I'm gonna just play the music until we get some more people up in this motherfucker. We definitely gotta, hold on real quick. Cause we definitely a pimp gotta have more than just one person up in here. A pimp definitely gotta have more people up in this motherfucking live. I told the bitch, break yourself for everything, bitch. I ain't trying to pimp or survive. I could tell a bitch is lying. I could just look at bitch right in her eyes. You can't manipulate me with them thick lips and thick hips and them thighs. I'm a pimp, bitch, you know I'm the best of the rhyme. Told a bitch I got the magic wine. That's the name of the game, that's my game. If I told a bitch I could break a bitch with no chain. Some people's claim to fake, speak down on my name. I'ma keep it pimpin', driving fancy cars, and I'ma stay in my lane. Freestyling off the top of my brain, I be going so motherfucking crazy. I like a bitch stomp down all the time. I don't like a punk bitch that's lazy. Oh, man, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, brother. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man. You know, I think that's a major reason why the game is what it's... That's the major reason why the game is what it's at now. Is just... You got individuals that do have some game, man. You see that the bitch don't got the mental capacity, you know what I mean, to actually understand and put it into action, or she doesn't have the personality or the character traits to actually break a trick. Some bitches, you know what I mean, their character and their personality just don't align with being a hoe. And I know many people think that you can bring out certain things in a bitch, but I'm here to say that you can't. There's certain things you can't do. You know what I mean? There's something like certain bitches don't have the personality traits or the character to break a trick or the seduction skills. You know, some things can be brought out of a bitch, but not everything, shit. Some things are just in a bitch, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just in a bitch to be square. And you have a champagne taste with a beer budget, you know what I mean? That beer budget bitch, she might not be designed for your pimping. She was only here for you to gain wisdom and knowledge. She wasn't here for you to get rich. That's not the bitch that's gonna get you rich. You know what I'm saying? That's not the bitch that's gonna get you everything you ever wanted and desired. You know what I mean? And then a lot of times, I'm gonna say this too, a lot of bitches confuse game. You know, they confuse game with philosophy. Like, the nigga got a good philosophy, but he got no game. You know what I mean? And if you do got game, find a bitch that can really, really understand. You know what I mean? Good times. These are the good times. And to be real with you, the reason why you got champagne taste with a beer budget bitch is because a lot of bitches didn't have to work for that game. If a bitch is not, if she doesn't like you and you giving her game, she can say, well, shit, I could just bird feed you, tuck on your ass, and soak up all the game you got to give me, and be a different bitch tomorrow. That's why it's very imperative that a pimp has an outstanding understanding of the type of bitch he dealing with. Cause every bitch ain't here to stay. And every bitch ain't here to leave. You know what I'm saying? Some of these bitches are blocking you from that champagne hoe. Some, you know, you don't want to go out through your whole pimp career, you know what I mean, with the Bentley intentions when you got a Honda hoe. You might have Bentley aspirations with a Honda hoe. You don't want it to be like that forever. So you got to expand your horizon. Don't marginalize yourself. Don't marginalize your mind into dealing with feeble-minded bitches. You got to explore. Instead of the blade, go to places where bitches like health, like exercising, like the gym, Whole Foods. Because those bitches align with the message that you pushing. Meet this bitch at the ghetto in the gas station and you expect for this bitch to get you rich. Not saying just because she came from the ghetto that she can't, you know, do that. Majority of the times, come on, man. That bitch is only here to help you with a little bit of shit. If you want some designer or some shit, get a bitch that came from some type of structure. You can't expect this bitch to understand a program if she never came from structure. I gotta start writing down some of these quotes. I be dropping some bars. Hold on. You can't expect a bitch to understand your program if she never came from structure. If she never came from structure. You know what I mean? That's where a lot of people go wrong. She wasn't cut out to be a hoe. And a lot of people think turning a bitch out is changing a bitch. I'm here to say that you can't rearrange how somebody was raised. You can't rearrange how somebody was raised. Her being turned out doesn't mean you change the bitch. You can't change nobody. She has the desire to change. Just like she gotta have the desire to choose you. Yeah, she gotta have the desire to choose. Big Mari Flames, top of it. You can't change no bitch at all, you know what I'm saying? She gotta have the desire to choose. You can't expect a bitch to understand your program if she never came from structure. That's why, you know what I'm saying, you got a lot of individuals that are overworked and underpaid. You got a lot of pimps that's overworked, underpaid. You got pimps, you know what I mean, saying, you know what, I gotta play the yimp role to knock the bitch. You know what I mean? You got a lot of that going on too. You know what I mean? Because you had champagne taste, but you got comfortable with that beer budget bitch. You got a lot of that going on too. You conforming to the yimps. And I've seen it happen over and over. And I'm seeing it happen because they like, man, all these bitches is faggots. You know, I can't tell you how many people I done ran across in different states and around the world, even out here in Cali. Man, I'm on the track and out there on the foe. Or if I'm on Fig, or if I'm wherever I'm at, Pomona, you know, wherever the hell I'm at, you know what I'm saying? I hear them all the time. Oh, P, these bitches is fags. You know what I mean? Every bitch is a punk ass bitch. You know what I mean? Pip and Teddy, top of it. And I just think in my head, man, you campaigning in the trash can. You giving your treasures and goals to bitches that look at your treasures and goals as rocks. You going to the Slauson swap meet looking for real Gucci, and you bought that Gucci. It says right there, made in China. It say right there it's made in motherfucking China. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker's made in China. You can't, it says made in China. You can't scratch off the made in China and then try to write, okay, I'm gonna take a Sharpie and write made in Italy. That's what a lot of niggas is doing. That's why they got a beer budget bitch, but they got champagne taste. Bentley aspirations with a Honda hoe. Top of it, my guy, Big Mari Flames. And I preach this all the time, that we can't change. We're not here to be psychologists and counselors. You know what I mean? Is there psychology? Because it's a mind. It's a mind. You know, you have to use your mind. Yes, it's psychology in this shit, but we're not psychologists. Nah, we not a rehab center either. I didn't see niggas try to work miracles. And see, us pimps, we so egotistical, and we got so much confidence in what we do. Sometimes we think we could change. We could take a bus stop basic bitch, you know what I mean, that's with a beer budget, and we think that we could just turn everything around. But the reality is this. You know what I mean? The reality is this at the end of the day. Nah, you can't change that bitch. How she was raised is the reason why you're going through what you're going through. Generational misconduct. She don't got no home training, so she won't have no hoe training. You know what I'm saying? She don't got no home training, she won't have no hoe training. And then another thing is this. A lot of niggas is building a bitch up for somebody else. That's why you got champagne taste with a beer budget bitch, because you gave her so much game that she wasn't worthy of. You know what I'm saying? That she took that same information and she wants to build herself up for somebody else because she wasn't worthy of the information and she didn't like you. You know what I mean? So what you have now is you got bitches taking game and tucking money and paying the nigga that they like. You know what I'm saying? Mac for the fee, top of it. You got bitches that's, you know what I mean, taking game, and a bitch might act stupid. A lot of these bitches, the reason why a lot of pimps have champagne taste with a beer budget bitch is because the bitch is acting stupid. She's sitting back soaking up all your game, because a lot of niggas, they're not getting chose. You're giving a bitch the game with the hopes of her choosing. You know what I'm saying? Top of it. A lot of individuals are giving a bitch game they giving the bitch game in exchange you get spare change. You giving the bitch game in exchange you get spare change. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, but I like the way I broke that down. You giving the bitch game in exchange she give you spare change. Because her thing is, and that's why you see a lot of bitches with real pimps, and when they blow, all of a sudden they glow. You know what I'm saying? You give the bitch the game, in exchange she gave you spare change. You gave the bitch the game, in exchange she gave you spare change. And then when she was somebody else, and when she blow, all of a sudden she glow. It's because she was soaking up the game and playing stupid the whole time. P perspective, top of it. Yeah, that bitch was playing stupid the whole time. You know what I mean? These bitches they be running some cold game. And the funny part about it is, you might think, damn, this same bitch that was running this game on me, acting slow, why did she do this with a trick? Because a lot of these bitches, let's look at the square world. A lot of square bitches, their reference on what a man is a trick. So bitches come into this lifestyle with that same mentality, and that mentality never changes, because a lot of niggas, they think by me giving you this bitch this game that it's gonna maintain this bitch. So they're not, they're in a lifestyle where they're not living. They're in a lifestyle where they surviving. They're in a lifestyle where they, they making basically what a bitch at Walmart would make. You know what I'm saying? They basically taking, what is it called? A supplement. A one-time payment. The bitch might have did it one time. She might have made $1,000 that one time. You know what I mean? And that's why I say, we have to do a good job. We have to do a way better, good job, a great job at, accepting. Because, hey, the bitch can choose, but we also can choose to accept. You know what I'm saying? Supplemental income. You know what I mean? Settlements and supplemental income. You know what I'm saying? So, and the lifestyle is very imperative that you do inventory and you really have an outstanding understanding on the type of young lady that you're dealing with. You have to have an outstanding understanding on the individual that you're dealing with. You have to do your due diligence. You have to take your time. You know what I'm saying? And this is not even just in the lifestyle in which I'm in. This is in life in general. You really have to not only do your due diligence, because your due diligence, that'll tell you a lot about who somebody is. That can save your life. That can save you heartache and headache. And that can save you going through test, troubles, and times. You know, now you will go through test, troubles, and times. You go through ups and downs and turnarounds. However, you know what I mean? Certain people in your life, you know what I mean? Because some people put so much into a situation just for it to be an early expiration date. You know what I mean? So, you know, being selective is imperative. Being very selective on who you decide to preside over. You know what I mean? And I'm here to say that if your opinion has no dominion over that young lady, then don't waste your time. Give us some examples, due diligence. Some due diligence, I'm glad you asked. Some due diligence is, you know, if you met her online or if you met her in person, really analyze who you're dealing with. How does she talk? How does she conduct herself? Asking questions. Asking the right questions. Some of the dudes some of these dudes meet these young ladies and they ask, what's her panty size? What's her bra size? That's not what I mean when I say ask the right questions. When I say ask the right questions, what I mean is, have you seen a woman cater towards a man? You know what I'm saying? Did you grow up in a household where a woman catered towards a man? Did you grow up in a household where you grew up in a household where there was a man? Were you bullied in high school? Because a lot of young ladies, they only deal with certain guys because they never got the attention that they wanted. So certain young ladies, they're only talking to guys for attention purposes. Were you bullied in high school? A young lady that was bullied, she might just be out seeking for attention. Were you popular in high school? If she was popular, that means she knows how to deal with attention. Not only that, did you play on a team sport? You know what I mean? On that team sport, did you have a coach? You know what I'm saying? Was the coach a woman or a male? You know what I'm saying? Was it a man? Did you have siblings? Growing up, did you have siblings? Did you get along with your siblings? You know what I'm saying? The very minute things is very imperative. You know, how is the relationship dynamics between your mother and your father? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And asking those questions are very, 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 very important. Where she's from, what environment did she grow up in? You know what I mean? Is she religious? Did you grow up in a religious household? You know what I'm saying? Did you go to school? You know what I mean? What has she committed to? Did she stay on a job for more than a year? Did she, you know what I mean? All those, asking questions like that are very, very, very imperative. Okay, so if she used to attention versus her not being used to attention, what would make the difference? A young lady, okay, we can speak for the lifestyle. A young lady that may not have got a lot of attention, right? And let's say high school, she may be seeking that attention outside on the track. That's why you see a lot of bitches shaking ass. You see them recording. You see bitches, talking to this anybody and everybody, because that same attention they didn't get. Even let's take it a step further. Let's take it a step back. Even that same attention that they didn't get in the household, where she held as a child, and you know what I mean. How did she deal with discipline? That's another good one. You know what I'm saying? How did she handle being told no? Was she the type of child where she was told no, she would throw temper tantrums, and she, you know what I mean? Did she try to run away from home anytime she was told no? And that's why I said this lifestyle has definitely most certainly made me a better man, because it makes me do more due diligence on any type of young lady, that I'm dealing with. Any young lady that I'm dealing with, I make sure that I don't give them all my treasures, because some people look at your treasures in gold and they'll treat them like rocks. It's because she didn't come from the same cloth. We weren't cut from the same table. We wasn't designed, You know what I mean? For her, it wasn't meant for her to be in my life. She was only here to make me wiser. And a lot of people, they try to turn a sheep into a tiger. You know what I mean? Like, after you establish all these things about the young lady, not used to attention, she's not giving the trick his attention. That was awesome, Ryan. Great job. Oh, I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Mr. Clean, top of it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, I'm going to say this too. You know, a lot of people think that they can change a young lady. And I've been saying this repeatedly. And you might say, damn, with me, she didn't change. But with this other dude, it seemed like she changed. She will submit to who she sees fit. Sometimes it has nothing to do with your gang. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with none of that. It's just about who she likes. Because you could have all the great game in the world, but she'll still choose that scammer. She'll still choose that nigga that doesn't know what he's doing. And that's just who she sees fit. So you gotta find a woman that is more so what I would say, you know, and rest in peace to my brother Sinful, tailor-made for you and not off the clearance rack. You know what I'm saying? You want a young lady that she really submits and commits. You know what I'm saying? Because submission, that will prevent omission. You know what I'm saying? That will prevent people from separating from each other. Because anytime a young lady don't submit to you and you keep her around, you're setting yourself up for failure. Anytime you try to rationalize and give her a cold ass philosophy on why she should stay, all she's doing is building up hate for you. You know, and I had to learn that the hard ways. You know, I'm a very wise young man, and I became wise through my experiences. And I'm here to tell you that majority that you run into, you don't want to waste your time. You don't have time to waste your time. You know what I'm saying? If all you have is time on your side, since we are alive at the end of the day, we walking, we breathing, you don't have time to waste time. I know you're supposed to take your time, but you don't want to take too much of your time. You know what I'm saying? God said I would create a helper suitable for him. Tailor-made. Come on now. That's in Genesis. I believe, 2 and 6. What is it? 1 verse 26. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's 1 verse 26 or 24. You know what I'm saying? I know it's in Genesis. You know what I'm saying? It's not right for a man to be alone. I'll make a helpmeet who's right for him. You know, I'm very aware of scripture. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you actually brought that up. But that, yeah, man, that's very important, man, that you do your due diligence. And a lot of times us as gentlemen of leisure, I'm going to be honest with you, we get in the habit of not knowing how to have casual conversations with young ladies. We get so caught up in the lifestyle, not even just the game. So we forget to have conversations. We forget to enjoy ourselves. We forget to do things that brings enlightenment, encouragement. You know what I'm saying? When the last time you did something that was just encouraging outside of the lifestyle that was fun? That's when you'll meet young ladies a lot of the times that don't have a terrible personality. Because some of these bitches, I'm just gonna keep it real. Some bitches they just don't have a good personality. The personality's shitty. But, you know, I find that any young lady I run into is all natural. You know, if I'm out at the beach, or if I'm hiking, or if I'm at Jamba Juice, or if I'm out reading a book, I like for things to happen naturally, organically. You know what I'm saying? I don't force nothing. I don't like to rush nothing. I take my time. And that's how it should be. That's when you'll meet women of substance. When you're doing things that you genuinely like doing. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean don't make yourself available. A lot of people confuse that. Make yourself available. Definitely make yourself available. But in the midst of when you're making yourself available, do things that you genuinely like doing. When is the last time you did something encouraging? Even outside of lifestyle, just good old fashioned, good person. Exactly. Do something that, you know, you like doing, man. We get so caught up in, I want a woman in the lifestyle. I might not even bring up the lifestyle that I'm in. Because I genuinely just like to enjoy myself. Because some people think about the money and they never think about how things would be actually dealing with this person. Do you like this person? Or do you look at them as a come up and a good time? And that's it. And that's another reason why a lot of individuals have champagne taste and they dealing with a beer budget bitch. Because you're dealing with somebody that you're looking at as just as a good time or a come up. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with you taking your time to really figure out who somebody is if you're interested and if you like this person. You know what I'm saying? The reason why a lot of individuals in the lifestyle are not where they want to be is because they're dealing with somebody. They're dealing with a beer budget bitch. You have Bentley aspirations with a Honda hoe. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to deal with that your whole life. Get you a woman that you like, that you're attracted to. Get you a woman that, you know what I mean, you could have a mental safari with. You can give her a mental climax that she's never had. Deal with a young lady that's actually interested in you. And let me just say this. Don't go with just any bitch that like you. Because I like who like me. That's probably one of the most ignorant statements that some of these niggas ever made. It's May. What's up with it, May? Not a Honda hoe. Yeah, a Honda hoe, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the appropriate title, Honda hoe. You know what I'm saying? Now, do we have to like her to be successful with her? I'm going to be honest with you. If you want me to be completely honest, you know what I mean? I'm going to be completely honest with you. There's individuals that have dealt with young ladies that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? There's individuals that have dealt with and a lot of young ladies in which I've dealt with, they have a good intuition. They know when somebody don't like their ass. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be real. Yes, gentlemen of leisure I have dealt with individuals that I don't like. And I've only dealt with them because of the situation I was in, during that time. Like, okay, I'm dealing with her because I don't like her. I have done that. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. Majority of niggas that sit up there and lie. But I'm not going to lie. I've dealt with individuals I didn't like, but, you know, I might have been dealing with abroad because during the time I wasn't where I needed to be and where I wanted to be. So, you know, and I didn't want to give up on her. And I'm the type of person where if you're around me, I see something in you. But I've been around some young ladies where I might have found them physically attractive. But then when I hear the bitch talk, I'm just like, bitch, how did you even get this far in my life? You know what I mean? Like, if I would have found this out about you, I would have been a gatekeeper and told you that you can't come in. Yeah, nah, bitch, you can't come in here. You know, we closing at 9. I would have been the gatekeeper, most certainly. You know what I mean? So, a lot of times with the young ladies that I ended up not liking is because I allowed their outer appearance to be the interference. I didn't do my due diligence in the past. I was looking at her. She looks marketable, but I've learned through my trial and error that marketability comes with a mentality. You know what I mean? So liking her, you should like her. Yes, most certainly. You should like that she submits to you. She submits. You know what I mean? And when I say submit, that doesn't mean just submit to the flesh. You should like that she's obedient. You should like that she's giving it her all. She's putting you first and she's an authentic reflection of you. Yes, it's imperative that some authentic folks likes her because when you like somebody, you go the extra mile. You know what I'm saying? Most certainly, and I'm going to say this too. When you like somebody, Maserati the one, top of it. When you like somebody, you know what I'm saying? That means you see the good in them. You see the great in them. And I'm going to speak for myself. When I like somebody, that means they're also doing things in which brings the best out of me. I don't like a bitch if she ain't bringing the best out of me. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I can like what she does, but me liking her, I think that is imperative. Now, a lot of people like her versus like her hoeing. Liking her, because you should, first and foremost, is very imperative that she's a woman. So I think it's very imperative that I like the woman that I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? Because she should aspire and desire to be a woman before she's a hoe. Just like in the lifestyle, it's imperative that you're a man before you're a gentleman of leisure. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, everything that I'm saying is just my reference point and my thoughts. My opinion doesn't have any dominion over anybody and what they decide to do with a young lady. But I think it's very imperative that she's a woman before she's a hoe or a lady of leisure. And that, you know, that he conducts himself as a man before he's a gentleman of leisure. You know what I'm saying? Liking her versus what she's doing, Ron. If she stopped doing things you like, do you still like her? Okay, I'm glad you broke that down too. My thing is this. I can like her personality, right? You know what I'm saying? And me liking her personality on top of her liking me, and like I said, her submitting and submitting and doing the things that I want her to do and being obedient to my instructions, that's imperative. I've had bras that they didn't have the best personality, but I like the things that they did. It still didn't last long because you can't buy me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a genuine individual. I have a genuine personality. I have a genuine character. I'm a man of character and integrity. So, you know what I'm saying? I brought that, okay, I like what she does, but I don't really like her, the person that she is. It never lasts long. That's why I've learned from my mistakes in the past that it is important that you like who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Her personality, you know what I mean? Her character, you know what I'm saying? And then when I say her character, that's not just what she can do for you. Now, of course, the lifestyle that we're in, you know what I'm saying? We do have requirements, you know what I'm saying, with the lifestyle that we're in. And in the lifestyle that we're in, if an individual does want to go far, I do think it's imperative that you do like the type of young lady that you're dealing with. Just imagine, I don't like this bitch at all, but she giving me some money. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas out there at the end of the day that they got a baby mama that they don't like, but they stay with her. He stayed with her because of the situation he don't like her, but tax season coming up. The bitch might be 375 pounds, but he don't like her. But she coming through with that money. Liking leading to longevity. Yeah, I do believe liking her. That's just one aspect. That's not, I like her, so now it's going to be longevity. She also has to be obedient, submissive. And when I say submissive, that don't mean just submit to the flesh. That means submit to your instructions, be a reflection of you, and the ability to put you first. You know what I mean? That's very imperative. Liking leading to longevity. $2 Steve, top of it. Yeah, that's very imperative. You know what I'm saying? Because a young lady knows. It's just a different type of spirit. It's a different type of camaraderie when you actually like the person you're dealing with. It's a different type of trap. You know what I mean? A bitch can feel it. A lot of young ladies know they're getting broke on. But when you just have that bond, you got that genuine connection, submit to the mission. No doubt. I like that. Submit to the mission. Chief Checker Ho, top of it. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of bond when you guys just get along naturally. You guys have an understanding. And it makes her have a love for the lifestyle. Her liking you can develop a love for the lifestyle. You liking her can develop a love for the lifestyle. She can develop that because she knows her intuition. You know what I'm saying? A young lady knows that. Now, the problem is a lot of people give, their jewels to those that look at them. They look, a lot of times, a lot of dudes, they like the bitch more than she likes him. And they give all their jewels to somebody that look at their jewels as rocks. You know what I mean? They try to spray paint a sheep and call it a tiger. I'm going to put stripes on this tiger and call it, I'm going to put stripes on this sheep and call it a tiger. And that's the problem right there. And, but we should do things that brings enlightenment, man, fulfillment. We don't chase. That's another reason why a lot of people have champagne taste with a beer budget bitch is because I've been guilty of it. We tend to chase people that don't want to be in our lives. We tend to see the potential in individuals, and we see all this potential within them, and like, man, if I can just get her to understand that I'm the man for her, if I can get the bitch to understand that, I'm a man of structure, I'm a man of principles, I'm a man of integrity. We try to chase submission. And I'm here to say that we should never chase submission. We should find a bitch that want to be in that position. She want to be in the position of being submissive to you. You know what I mean? Like I said before, a king at the end of the day a king doesn't chase a peasant. You know what I mean? A king doesn't build a peasant. A king understands that a queen comes from royalty. So at the end of the day, if she came from royalty, she'll recognize royalty. She'll see this is a king that I'm dealing with. You don't got to chase no bitch. If she want to fuck with you, she going to show you. You know what I mean? She going to show you that she wants to be with you. You know, she don't want to show you that she want to be with you. It is what it is. Shit. You know, there's a lot of awesome guys out there that, you know, say the right thing and, you know, so charisma. What's up with the guy? There's a lot of great guys out there that'll give her what she wants. But I'm not here to give a bitch what she wants. I'm not, you know, that's the thing too. You know, I'm not going to exchange all my jewels, you know what I mean, and tools just to give for you to bird feed me. I want a woman that wants a feast of knowledge, not a feast of foolishness. I want a young lady that wants food for thought. Watch who you feed, man. Because what are you bringing to the table? Yeah, what are you bringing to the table, to the stable? What are you bringing? A lot of them are not bringing a feast of knowledge. They bring a feast of foolishness. They don't want food for thought. You know what I'm saying? Some at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Not only they're a beer budget bitch and you got champagne taste, but you got some that have status with no substance. Some are chasing, you know, individuals with status. Knowing her primary intentions is very essential. That's also how you can prevent food for thought, not feast of foolish. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? How you can prevent that, you know what I mean? Because this is very pivotal towards growing and building with a young lady. Because you got a lot of niggas that they don't even know how to build. They talk about building, but in order for a building to maintain and sustain and stay up to frame, in order to build, at the end of the day, you have to have structure. You know what I'm saying? Name a building that stayed. You know what I mean? Because like Statue of Liberty, for example, that's not a building, but that's a great example. It's been there for many years because of the structure, the way it was built. Some are not built to last with you. She hasn't went through the test troubles and times. She hasn't been tested. And the reason why you got champagne taste with a beer budget bitch is because of the three things that this is very essential that any man or woman should listen to, and they should memorize this, and they should put this within their life. You know what I'm saying? Maintain, sustain, and stay up the frame. Man, I am saying some cold shit. I'm like, hold on, man. I'm saying some bars, man. I'm dropping some great game right now, man. But one of the major components or reason why you got champagne taste with a beer budget bitch and a bird brain bitch and a bitch that think like a baby, and she's not even using her brain, you might as well take her brain out and slut that motherfucker on the table because she's not going to use it no time soon. The reason why that is because your values don't align. You know what I mean? A lot of the young ladies in which you're dealing with, your values just simply don't align. What you value is not what she values. So anytime I'm talking to a young lady, does she value what I value? I value manhood. I value dominion. I value power. I value structure. I value having the ability for me to have the last word. I value her being a reflection of me. You know what I'm saying? I value being the most impactful and powerful individual in her life, the most inspirational individual. I value that type of shit. If she don't value that, bitch can't be around me. Yeah, no. She can't be around me. I value drinking water. I value putting love in my body. I value, you know what I'm saying, space at times. If we don't have the same values, you know what I'm saying? First of all, if we don't value the same thing, you won't know my worth. How do you expect somebody to value something that doesn't know your worth? You guys don't have the same values. Your values don't align. The second thing is goals. Or let me stay on values. It might be an individual that is a Christian versus somebody that's a Muslim. You guys don't value the same principles. You may come to a common understanding. Now, I will say this. If a young lady, we could have come from two different upbringings. But if we value game, for example, like she might be a Christian and I might be a Muslim. But if she values the information, the game in which everything I'm speaking, because I can speak on different lifestyles, I can speak on religiosity, philosophy. But if she values the game in which I'm giving out, if she values that, that's somebody I can work with. Because I know as we continue to evolve, I know as we continue to learn each other, I know as we continue to talk and I minister to her mind, eventually she'll say, you know what? This is the man I've been looking for the whole time. This is the man that I should have had in my life. Value is the ability to understand its worth or someone's worth. You know what I mean? Somebody, what is it worth? The value. You know what I mean? What fundamentals do you guys agree upon? What fundamentals do you guys agree upon? You know what I'm saying? What are you guys in agreement of? And simplicity, what are you guys in agreement of? What are you guys in agreement of in regards to things that you guys really care about in life? I'm gonna just simplify it. I don't want to make it more, complicated than it has to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's important that you guys share similar values. Second thing is goals. If you guys don't have the same goals, her goals has to be her goals. The goals that she got, she can't know. She has to follow your vision. Her goal should be to follow your vision. So when you ask these bitches, what's your goal? It should be to follow your vision. If her goal is not to follow your vision, then I'm here to tell you it's a dead end. And then all it's going to do is cause a collision. Because there has to be a goal. If her goal is, okay, I'm going to run up enough money for him just to get me pregnant, it's not going to last. You know what I mean? It's not going to last. You know what I mean? So her goal should be to follow your vision. You know what I mean? That's how you know she put you first. My goal is to follow my man's vision. That's how you know she put you first. You know what I'm saying? So you have values, goals, and views on the future. You guys, your view on the future has to align. It's very important that you guys' views on the future align. You know what I mean? If your views on the future don't align, it's not going to last. You know what I'm saying? And if she's not a reflection of you, she's a reflection of you when you become the most influential individual in her life. You know what I'm saying? If you're not the most influential individual in her life, she's not going to be a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? And if she's not a reflection of you, she didn't choose you. You know what I'm saying? If she's not a reflection of you, she did not choose you. And the whole concept of, because I just mentioned 3 things that are very vital in regards to the lifestyle. You know what I mean? Values, goals, and views on the future. And primary intentions. What is her intentions being with you? There's so many things floating through my mind, man. I can just go on and on this live. And I'm surprised I'm 58 minutes in. I'm shocked. I'm shocked I'm 50 minutes. Man, I feel like I've only been talking for 13 minutes. Shit, you know what I'm saying? There's so much to be said on this live in regards to champagne taste with a beer budget bitch. There's so much game to be dropped. There's so much game to be... You know what I'm saying? It's so much. You know what I mean? There's so much game that can be dropped in this live. It's so much game that was already dropped in this live. And that's why I can't wait to the YouTube. And what I need is, real soon, I need people to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Because I'm going to have the YouTube channel up real soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have the YouTube up real soon. Because I got some messages that, you know what I mean? Because what I tend to do throughout my day is I'll talk to different young ladies. You know what I mean? Some of them got so-called folks. I'll talk to some gentlemen, and just my conversation with different people, that's what helps me bring up topics. Just my conversation with individuals. And what I've been seeing a lot of champagne taste with a beer budget bitch. You know what I mean? Bentley aspirations with a Honda hoe. You know what I mean? Individuals can't decipher a husky versus a wolf. You know, I see that within the lifestyle. I see people going through iniquities, trials, and tribulations with bitches that are rambunctious, belligerent, and ignorant. And just, you know what I mean, saying outlandish statements. A lot of lascivious bitches that just sell pussy. Lascivious and lustful bitches that just sell pussy. She's just a civilian that sells sex. That's what I see. She not no goddamn hoe. A lot of y'all think y'all dealing with a hoe. No, she's just a civilian that sells sex. You're not dealing with no motherfucking hoe. You know what I mean? Value versus worth. And we can get into the semantics because it's so like even the questions being asked, you know, what does value mean? What does worth mean? What else? Chasing versus not chasing, and liking her versus liking what she can do. I can ask, you know, and I'm glad I have the ability to answer all these questions, you know, profoundly. But some of the things that have been brought up tonight should be topics. You know what I mean? It's so many topics I can, you know, that's a topic, value versus worth. Because something could be valued at a lot. You know what I'm saying? Something could be worth $500, but the value is $1,000. You know what I mean? And vice versa. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's very imperative that the value aligns with your worth. And let your worth be shown through the people you accept in your life. Let your worth be defined by the people that you accept and don't accept in your life. Because your health is your wealth. Yeah, you can have all this money. We all can have money, but one day we all gonna transition. You know what I mean? I got so many topics, man. It's crazy. I got an abundance of topics. I just gotta the topics I got is, man, I want to take the top off of YouTube. I want to just change the dynamics because there's nobody that took the place of Kevin Samuels or Sinful to P. And we really don't have anybody on YouTube. You got a lot of square ass dating coaches and niggas that's giving advice, but them niggas ain't talk about shit. If we gonna keep it real, them niggas ain't talk about shit. For real. Them niggas ain't, oh, you know, when you first get the girl, you know, don't compliment her. Come on, man, get your square ass up out of here. When you first meet her, don't call her. Man, look, check this out, man. The best advice you can get is from a pimp. You know what I mean? It says in scripture, because an individual brought up scripture earlier. What does it say in scripture? With a multitude of counsel is safety. What does it say in Proverbs? It says those that don't listen to instructions are brutish. That means stupid. You know what I mean? Come on now. So yes, with a multitude of counsel, there's safety. You know what I'm saying? So it's very imperative that you know, while you're in this lifestyle, that you have mentors, that you have people that, not even just mentors, people that give you words of exhortation, people that can give you a revelation, somebody that can give you information to better your situation. It's very imperative that you got that. It's very imperative you got somebody that's a great representation, not just a good, because there's a lot of good motherfuckers, but great. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, brother. It'll never be another sin, man. Never, ever. You know, that was somebody that I respected, and we talked, and he even told me, man, make a platform, Ron. What you waiting on? And I respect Sin for a lot, man. I won't even compare myself to Sin. He is a great, and he's had the most impact on the lifestyle than anybody that I've known. You know what I'm saying? And I just value the conversations that me and Sin had. I value the information that he's given me. And man, I can never compare myself to Sin, man. He is definitely a great. You know what I mean? I look to make my own legacy and to you know, do something big, man. Yeah, they man, the hate, when you are great, it's only right that you're gonna have people that hate. You know what I'm saying? When you're great, it's only right that you're gonna have people that hate. That means you're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? You doing something right. So, you know, I'm myself, I'm already prepared. I've already experienced some people that already hate and, oh, this bitch ass nigga Ron think he's some pimpin'. Even some of the young ladies, you know what I'm saying? I've experienced slander already. You know what I'm saying? And the way I deal with that, they can say what they want about P, but he was a great. We need to chop it up, P. Yeah, send me your number and we can chop it up, most certainly, man. And I got so many testimonies, man. I got so many When I mean I have so many testimonies and I have so many experiences that gave me this wisdom and knowledge, it's golden. Because somebody asked me something that was very powerful. They said, man, which one's more important, the knowledge or the wisdom? I said, the wisdom is the true treasures. The wisdom is the true wealth. You know what I'm saying? That's what gave me all this game. I got the wisdom. Because I can give somebody knowledge, but I can't give them the experience to learn. You know what I'm saying? I had the knowledge to understand I needed wisdom. I had the knowledge to understand the information, but the wisdom is the one that taught me the information. You know what I'm saying? It's the lesson. It's the ability to read a situation, and now I have high beams. I can see it far ahead. I can see the road far ahead. I'm not going to be at a dead end. When I see it says even in scripture, those who see trouble, they hide themselves. So now that I see certain things now, when I see a young lady, like, yeah, she ain't gonna last with me, I don't even waste my time. When I see that a young lady might have potential with me, because this lifestyle is not what everybody thinks it is. People have a very, very negative narrative on the lifestyle. They have a negative narrative on the lifestyle, but this lifestyle, man, it definitely brought the best out of me. And the lifestyle that I'm in now, you know, not only did it bring the best out of me, it brought the best out of some young ladies. But I'm going to also say this too. Let me say that because this is very imperative. The lifestyle can also, it can give you everything that's needed for you to hurt yourself. You know what I mean? This lifestyle is not for everybody. Let me just say that. He said it was time for some people to get out of the congregation and start ministering. That's a fact. Their opinion has no dominion. Their opinion, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And let me just say that too, because that's important, man. The reason why you have champagne taste and she has a beer budget brain is because it wasn't designed for her to be with you. This lifestyle is not for everybody. You know, so if there's a young lady that doesn't like to listen to men, or I don't need no man in my life. You know what I'm saying? I got a puppy. A pimp ain't shit, but a motherfucker that's, broke. You know what I mean? He need begging motherfuckers for money. A pimp ain't nothing but a motherfucking, he just should be, he should burn in the lake of fire. A pimp ain't nothing but a homeless motherfucker with his hand out. A lot of young ladies, that's their reference point on what a gentleman of leisure is. And let me just say this. Take the time to actually get to know the person you're dealing with. I can't stress that enough. I'm going to repeat it over and over again. In the beginning. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning. It always starts with the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It always, right when you establish, how you establish things, you start asking the questions. You set the tone for how things are going to be. You ask questions. And when she shows that she likes you, you instruct her. That's dominion. That's power right there. You instruct her. You tell her. Hey, no woman has no business telling you what to do, how to do things, no. That's why, honestly, a lot of young ladies love pimps. Yeah, they love pimps because at the end of the day, it's the power. It's the dominion. It's the manhood in which they represent within this lifestyle where the average guy, they don't have this much dominion and power. The average guy, he can't stand up to a woman the way a pimp can. The way the pimp can minister to a woman's mind, her mentality, her mind, body, and soul. The way a pimp can do that. That's why a lot of young ladies want pimps. But I'm here to say that the lifestyle is not for everybody. If she doesn't believe in submitting and being obedient towards a man, this lifestyle is not for her. If she doesn't believe in, at the end of the day, putting the man first above all things. Because the ability to put a man first over all things, you know what I'm saying? A lot of young ladies that think that's crazy. Why would I put a man first before everything? I did it before and it. No. Were you dealing with a man? That's the question you should ask the young lady. Were you dealing with a man? Exactly. They used to give the instructor instructions. I'm going to give the instructor instructions. And that's the problem right there. They try to give the instructor instructions. But they ain't never built nothing in their life. You know what I mean? You can't teach it. You can't tell an architect how to build. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna tell an architect, I'm an architect within this game. I'm a scientist of the game and not just a librarian. How can you tell a scientist, you know what I mean, how to experiment? But you're a librarian. You read about the lifestyle, but you never were hands-on. That's why I always say, that's my quote, be a scientist of the game and not just a librarian. That's one of my favorite quotes of myself. Shit, you know what I mean? I love quoting what I say, you know what I'm saying? Be a scientist of the game and that's gonna be a live. That's gonna be one of my coldest lives, God willing. That's gonna be one of my coldest lives. Cause I got so much even on that. A good sign is when you sit down and you eat, they wait for you. Come on, man. Before they eat. Come on, that's a beautiful thing. When they fix your plate first. Some of them, like I said, many of them don't have home training or hoe training. They just know how to sell pussy. You know what I mean? And selling pussy ain't hard. Nobody needs help selling nothing. Well, some motherfuckers do. But it's not hard to sell anything. You got some bitches that want to do real estate that don't even know how to sell themselves. If you don't even know how to sell yourself, what make you think you gonna sell a house, bitch? You know what I mean? You got bitches that don't even like getting up at the proper time, but they want to start a business. Bitch didn't even finish high school, but you want to start a business. Bitch, take care of my business before you want a business, bitch. The business that you should be taking care of is mine. You know what I'm saying? You want to start a business, bitch? You already in the business. The business we got is very lucrative. Top of it, Tossy and T. Like I said, her goal should be to follow your vision. When her goal is not to follow your vision, that's when it's a head-on collision. When her goal is not to follow your vision, that you'll have champagne taste with a beer budget bitch. You know what I mean? We 72 minutes in, surprisingly. Wow. You know what I mean? I'm surprised I'm this deep in. I might even save this live for shit show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta have a woman that's able to serve you. Submit to you. Submit, commit. And that will prevent her to omit. You know what I'm saying? They think that, a lot of young ladies think that submitting to a man is servitude. I did something wrong, so I gotta serve you. No, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this new year. I'm excited to start the YouTube channel. And what I want you to do for the people that are in the live right now is be a blessing towards the game. And if you have 10 people follow me. For each person that's on the live, it's not a lot. I'm ministering like it's 1,000 people on the live. But for the people that are in the live, send 10 people my page. You know what I mean? Whether it's young ladies or men. So when I do start the YouTube page, the people that are on people that are on Instagram can then go to YouTube. Top of it. So my guy pay for Jay. You know what I mean? Be a blessing towards the game. I'm never gonna ask for money. I don't do that. I don't believe in that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to be a blessing towards the game. I want to also give the game a perspective, a great perspective, because that's all I'm doing. I'm just giving my perspective. I don't condone or promote any criminal activities whatsoever. I'm an educator and a mental elevator towards those that want to be elevated. You know what I'm saying? That's what I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to ask for no money. Due to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, now if somebody feels conveyed, if they feel in their spirit that they want to do that, then, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to ask for any money. Right now, I'm focused on building the platform, you know what I'm saying? Building the platform up and really, 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 really having a profound impact on the lifestyle. I've went through so much and I have so many stories that I know that I'm going to be a significant blessing towards anybody and just about everybody that listens within the lifestyle. Significantly.